So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you basically how to um, add lighting to the scene. Okay, so I need to make a tutorial specifically for this because not just like the lighting, the actual lighting part is pretty easy. It's because there's weird little quirks that make it not work the way you would think. So what I'm going to do is this. I just did the default. It just started me right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to draw an object for you. I'm just going to draw a actually, we'll just do it like this. So I'm on this, I'm on my lines. What material do we have? We'll just do a solid stroke and let's make it bigger. And I'm just going to draw, let's not do that one though. Let's do this one and I'll actually use this. And I'm just going to draw a circle and then let's also fill it because we won't be able to see it otherwise. Go there. Let's do solid fill. Make sure I'm on my fill object down here. Click on this so it's a fill. Let's give it a different color so it's a little more visually interesting. We'll just go with this pink. Okay, good. Now the other, so I want to show you both on the grease pencil as well as how to do it if you bring in a raster image, because probably your backgrounds and maybe your other elements are all raster as well. So to do that, you're just going to go to add and then we're going to choose image and we're going to do mesh plane. Go to where your image is. Where's lo-fi? There it is. And I'm just going to grab my groundhog here. Not groundhog. Um, my coon dog, my raccoon. I'm just going to bring it over here and I'm going to hit S and I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so we can see a little bit better. Okay, so I got two things here. I want to add lighting to this. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, if I try to add lighting to this, you're not going to really see it. So actually, let's go ahead and I'm going to add a light. So we'll go up to add. We're going to do light and I'm just going to do a point light and we'll just do G, and you can see you don't really see it. The other thing we need to do actually is put on lighting here so that this is a render preview. Um, I could see it a little bit, but you see like he's just 100% lit, and this is just blowing him out, adding more, okay? So what we need to do is basically what's happening is the background is actually lighting our scene. So I want to remove the background. So I'm gonna hit the little plus up here. We're going to go to general and then you're going to go to shading and then we're going to switch from object to world so that this is showing the network for the world. By default, it has this background color and that's what's actually lighting it. So if you take this and I just make this black, you'll see when we go here, this will be black. Notice that this is not, and we're going to come back to this in a second. I'll explain why that is, but let's just concentrate on this guy and then we'll concentrate on the grease pencil. Okay, so you can see he is now black, which is good. Okay, so if I bring this over, you can see that now that's my shading. You can see my guy. That looks great. Okay, now to adjust the like I might want to adjust the radius of this so it affects more. And then I generally put an exposure of 1 because I find that without 1, no amount of power, like it's kind of like a multiplier. So I like to do that. Now, one thing I want you to notice as well with this is when you bring in images, they'll be a little bit grayed out. I was going to show you when I first brought it in, but I'm going to show you now anyway. And the reason why is that it actually is somewhat shiny. So if I select this and go to the material, you see roughness is 50%, which means it's almost like a plastic. What I actually want it to be is just completely like flat. So if you take the roughness, if I go this way, you'll see it'll be worse. If I go this way, it'll actually deepen the color. So this is what it was. See how it kind of grays out and see how the colors are darker, right? So take the roughness and just shove it all the way up. Even if you aren't going to do lighting, you still need to do that when you bring your images in because the default is like 50%. It tries to go middle of the road on basically everything. Dog. Okay, so yeah, so we've got that lit. We put that in there. That will definitely help. We adjust where's the light? I lost track of it. That's not it. It might be easier just to grab it over here. We grab the light, this one. There we go. We grab the light. We can make some adjustments. You can see there's different, you can dynamically change these two right off the, you can just click on these and they'll change. So if you want to try the different lights, that'll be fine. You can also, if you want into the shading here, let's say you want to have it be like, oh, but it's like a nighttime and I want to have like a little bit of a blue haze. I can go like this and you'll see that it will actually light, see, you can't, let me just move this out of the way. It'll put like a blue tint on it. Hopefully you can see that, right? So if you wanted to add like a little bit of a hazy thing, you can actually do that as well. And it's not a terrible idea because that way your shadows will be basically kind of blue. I'm just going to leave it completely black so that way you can see it better. Obviously, you want to make sure that color also matches what you have. Now, you might notice that this one is not reacting to the light. And there's actually a very good reason for that. And that's because it's a glitch. Hopefully they fix this at one point, but basically the default stroke that comes in, what you want to do is you go here and you go to your layers here and you have to turn on use lights. There it has it on, it isn't working. It's just the default, whatever's in there, doesn't work. So, what I'm gonna do is, I guess, we're gonna go to, actually, what if I hit Shift D? Will that? No, I won't do it. Okay. Let's undo that. Controls. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to make a new object. So I'm just going to hit Shift A. We're going to go to grease pencil. We're going to do a new blank. Okay. I'm going to hit the camera and I'm just going to draw a new circle, basically. Go into draw mode. I have one layer. Let's make another layer. So we'll call this one, I forget what they were called, line and fill. Okay, so we'll take the line and I'm just going to go ahead and with my pencil here, grab that. I'm not going to be able to really see the line that I'm drawing, so hopefully you probably want to do this um, before. So then we'll go to fill and I'm going to go to material. You can see there's just the one. I'm going to make a new material for a new, and then this needs to be a fill. All this for an example. Let's again do kind of pink. All right, and we have fill. Um, there we go. Okay, so now you can see that this does indeed have the stuff here. Okay, so that looks good. I'm gonna go to the material properties, and it does say use lights, so that is good. All right, so now let's go back into object mode, and let's go to the point light, and you can see this one is reacting to this, but this one doesn't. It does have that issue of basically still being like 100% bright, which is kind of annoying. Um, yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of that. Really, the only thing you could do that I've noticed is like darken it a little bit, and then maybe if you go into here, it'll bring it back, kind of a thing. So it's because most of the time when you're doing 2D, usually you just want it to be 100%. But that's more or less how you have to approach if you're going to try and do like real dynamic lighting, such as you basically see here. So hopefully that helps.